My youngest daughter had asked about the emotional needs of men, and we made a video about that. And I thought it'd be kind of responsible if I made a component video, a companion video, so to speak, about the emotion needs of women. So I'm going to address the top 3 emotion needs of women. If we haven't met before, my name's Alex Franks, and I'm sitting here on a sailboat today in a marina because, oddly, it's too windy to sail today. But I thought I'd go ahead and, while I had time, talk to everyone about the top 3 emotion needs of women. Number 1, women identify through multiple different surveys and studies that their number 1 need is caring. It seems kind of counterintuitive when you think about it, but women often identify love as an emotion need, although that's a very difficult thing to identify what love means necessarily. The reality is, when they take that concept of what love is and pare it down, it really comes out to their first need being caring. When a man cares about a woman's feelings, about her wants, about her needs, she will feel more loved. She feels more complete. She feels special. It's women actually feel a sense of love by the care their partner gives them. It's in the openness, the gentleness, the kindness. That's when she feels love. We look at love as these butterflies, except for the butterflies in our stomach only last a little while. It's the caring that continues things. It's why when I think about my marriage, it's when I walk in the door and I'm excited to see my wife and I want to reach over and give her a kiss on the forehead. I want to find out what her day's been like. That's when she feels more love and connection than maybe when I say I love you. It's that nurturing, caring component that women seem to really be drawn to, and they have a need to it. Matter of fact, when women feel cared about, and cared about deeply, then they are more likely to trust, be more open, and be more receptive. And we know that men's number 1 need is trust, and it's interesting that the two tend to go hand in hand. When a woman's cared for more, she gives more trust. And when a man feels more trusted, he gives more care. So the number 1 need of a woman is to be cared for. Number 2, women need to be understood. It's why some of the fastest ways to get in conflict in relationship is, and bear with me if I'm wrong, but it's often in a conflict that you hear a woman say, "Oh my gosh, you're not hearing a thing I say. You're not listening to me." Well, a lot of times, both of those concerns are actually in a lack of understanding. It's men will get busy trying to solve a problem and not take time to just hear and understand where a woman's coming from. Women need to be understood without judgment. They need tons of empathy towards their situation and what they're experiencing. It's why when women come together as a group of gals, maybe friends are getting together for lunch, they'll talk about all kinds of things going on in their lives, and the one thing that happens the least is they judge one another. Women actually don't do a lot of judging face to face because there's an internal understanding that they need to have empathetic understanding of each other. When a woman's heard, when her feelings matter, then she feels more fulfilled. When a man will simply stop and hear a woman, it's easier for her to accept and be someone who wants to lean into the man in her relationship. It's often why, like, I think about my wife and I, and I feel for my wife, because being married to a life coach and therapist can't be the easiest thing all the time. And so one thing we've had to do is learn how to be communicating with understanding. So I'll get busy trying to solve her problems when she needs to be understood. And so we've come up with some language that helps us. So she'll actually tell me, I just need you to hear me right now. And then I know to turn off my problem solving, fixing side and just hear her. Sometimes she'll say, I just need to vent. Well, the minute I hear that, I know she just needs me to understand where she's coming from. She doesn't need any help with it. She doesn't need me to figure out anything. It makes our relationship so much stronger because we've learned to just communicate what her need is, which is to be understood. The third need for women is women tend to want respect. Now, I'm not saying that women are just stomping their feet saying, you will respect me and it's my way or the highway. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about a process in which a woman knows she's respected and then she can give respect. It's respect for a woman is acknowledging her rights. It's acknowledging her needs. It's acknowledging and her wishes, her desires. That gives respect. When a person gives respect to a woman, that she has amazing value, that she's important, that what she wants matters, then a woman feels far more cherished, far more important, and it's easier for her to appreciate the person who's doing those things for her. Women have this incredible need to be respected, and I don't know whether that's the motherhood instinct. I don't know where it is. I would love to find some information, some kind of research that kind of cues me in a little more on this, but it's this: what I'm saying has importance. My needs are important. I've spent months now kind of looking at and planning a crazy vacation to Hawaii, because I've heard my wife say, oh my gosh, some of my favorite memories were when my family lived in Hawaii. My wife and her family lived in Hawaii for several years. My wife's a military brat, so they were stationed in Hawaii, and she talks about it fondly. One of her best childhood friendships came from Hawaii. And so respecting that desire of her over the last, 35 years almost, that she would love to return to Hawaii, I'm hoping that she sees how much I cherish her and value her, not for the price of the trip, but for the fact that I'm listening to her say she wanted to go back, that it was important to her in some way. Because honestly, I think I'd rather be in the mountains somewhere than to be in Hawaii. But I respect what she wants. Just like she's respected my want to be in the mountains several times. Or she's even respected to let me be on this boat. Because I don't think she's real big on sailing, but I'm kind of having a good time doing it. So when I respect her and give to her, she's more likely to appreciate who I am. So remember, the top three emotional needs for women are caring, understanding, and respect. And just remember, as you go out there and live in your relationships and be around your people, that we matter and that our emotions matter. And I hope in some way this video has touched you in some way, taught you something, and if so, please like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment with another question. I'll be more than glad to try to answer it. And remember, we're here to serve others. care deeply, love our people. And if you've got a question, why not ask?